Welcome back to the 2022 RotoHeat Rookie Profile. Today we're taking a look at Notre Dame running back Kyren Williams. Williams was a four-star recruit, the 24th running back overall, and the 367th ranked player coming out of his high school in Missouri. He ended up going to Notre Dame. Didn't really play as a freshman, but ended up winning the job outright in his second season at South Bend. In 2020 and 2021, he was a 1,000-plus yard running back, over 200 carries, 13 and 14 touchdowns respectively. But he also was a pass-catching back out of the backfield and had over 300 yards receiving, 35-plus catches out of the backfield, and kicked in a couple touchdowns. So he has that three-down pedigree. As far as an NFL size and speed comp, obviously, he wants to emulate, and his idol is Christian McCaffrey. I'm sure a lot of running backs think that. We at RotoHeat, we could see him being a potential Austin Eckler type player who went undrafted. So those two guys obviously have a similar skill set, and from what we saw from Kyren Williams, obviously he does try to emulate that skill set. If we look at his 40-time early projections show about a 4.5, which puts him right there as far as speed is concerned, so there's nothing too much to be concerned about. But I do think that the combine will be very big for Kyren Williams. Where he measures at should be a big concern. If he's 5'8 and 3/4, that might be a concern for NFL scouts. If he's 5'9 and 3/8, something like that, that might help his draft stock, as well as his 40, like I just talked about. If he can be a sub 4.5 guy, even if it's 4.49, the metrics will just show that he's a little quicker and bigger than you may have presumed. So we'll see how that works out as far as the combine is concerned. Weight could potentially be an issue as well. So his measurables at the combine, what he runs in the 40, things like that, I think are absolutely going to affect his draft stock, but we'll see how that works out. So there's a lot of pros when we're talking about a guy like Kyren Williams. He does a lot of things. A 2-year starter, 3-down back, every down role at Notre Dame. He went out and won the job as a sophomore after barely playing as a freshman like we talked about earlier. I like that mentality of take another guy's job, do what you have to do to get to the NFL. And he played 3 seasons in college. He got after it, got the job done, won the job, did what he had to do, and raised his draft stock to the point where he is a 3-year sophomore, but he's ready to go, and he's obviously declared for the NFL. So he has that take a guy's job mentality. He's a patient runner. He needs to see the hole and hit it with one cut. He's a bit of a momentum guy who hits the hole with force to move the line with that quick burst on his cuts. He looks to be a physical and move the chains type of a runner. I'm not 100% that he does that carry in and carry out, but that's what he looks to do. He's got good hands out of the backfield. He chipped in a massive 77 catches in his 2 years as a starter. So he shows us good speed and space with the ability to break big plays when he's given that opportunity, whether it's that opportunity from his own team or the defense potentially makes a mistake and they give him that opportunity and he makes them pay. Let's talk about some of the cons for Kyren Williams, some of the things that he doesn't do well. All of us RotoHeat analysts are concerned about Williams' size for one reason or another. Either he's getting blown up while pass blocking, his lack of explosiveness, or his inability to break tackles. Size is potentially going to be a concern for him at the NFL level, which is why, like I talked about earlier, that those combine measurables and what he runs in the 40, things like that, they're going to matter, or we think that they will matter to NFL GMs and scouts. His film lacked in his ability to run a full route tree. He was mainly running flats, some swings, screens out of the backfield, things like that. He's not that the running back route tree is extremely complex, but we didn't see a ton of that out of him, and we would have liked to have seen that in his film. He absolutely has to hit the hole with momentum, as he doesn't show the ability to make the first man miss or run over a guy. So if he's met in the backfield, he's most likely going to take a loss on that play, which is eventually going to start hurting his team at the NFL level if he can't make guys miss or break those tackles. So again, we're very concerned about the potential size of Kyren Williams and his ability to be a 3-down back at the NFL level. Let us know what you think in the comments about Kyren Williams. Is he going to be a 3-down back? We at RotoHeat do think that he profiles as a 3-down back, but will he end up being able to take on that role at the NFL level? Some of us believe he might end up being a 3rd-down back and a pass-catching back out of the backfield, that sort of a thing. Let us know what you think. If you're listening to this on podcast form, be sure to leave us a review. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, and we'll see you on the next video.